Hey everyone, it's Tyler Beast and Wood Spoonie here. This is NBA2k25 on 2K Sports. Hey everybody, welcome back to another NBA on 2K Sports. On this part of the next matchup, we have one of our biggest of the coast in the Western Conference matchup. And as right now, this is the next team that we are looking for. The next team is Denver Nuggets, and they are taking on against the Memphis Grizzlies at FedEx Forum. The biggest matchup in the Western Conference, and one of our biggest in the look, Memphis Grizzlies is one of our domination of the team that have been looking for the past of the years to go back in the postseason, and Denver Nuggets have made a last season win against the OKC Thunders. But this time, will they able to punch it again? Or will there be another team that might be swamped out and missed out? Possible chances, anybody's game, and we are sure enough, we are just taking a look in between. Now, taking a look over at Denver Nuggets, they made their way to the postseason last time. They were already made it to the first round. But the second round, they came short up against the Dallas Mavericks. That was happened with the last part of the postseason. And they lost against the Minnesota Timberwolves way. They just really couldn't get the job done. Well, I'll tell you what happens now, Tyler. There is definitely one change up here for the Denver Nuggets. They really have been losing a lot of pressure lately. And hopefully, they might be able to keep on coming down. There's going to be a lot of, women winning out, and it's just definitely just going to, let you slow down. So there's another way, though, that's going to try to keep on happening here. And now what you take over here there with Spoonie about the Memphis Grizzlies. They need to have the back. I'm sure that they're going to definitely have it back right away. I believe that there's going to be a comeback rally, a situation in here. When you're looking over here from the Memphis Grizzlies, the Memphis is definitely really a hard key to get right to it. Not really anybody's good at it, but there's just a lot of hard anticipation that they're looking in. And with that season, that was going to be a hard challenge that they really are doing it for. And they just really couldn't get it done. Not even just straight away, but, every time it happens, there's another team that's going to try to keep out of the zone. And they really have been just trying to find someone who wants to get accumulated right in between, facing against the Raptors. That was the last postseason that they already won. But now, as they're being said, looks like the Grizzlies may have to see if they can definitely try to win it here at home and try to do it for all. Well, I'll say so now. This is what the team's going to definitely bring. So let's hope that there is a win. Well, we'll see if it's a close game. And now for the starting head coaches. Mike Malone for the Denver Nuggets. We have Russell Westbrook along with the players. Russell Westbrook has been joining us in after being traded from the LA Clippers. He's now with the Denver Nuggets. He's along with Jamal Murray, the Canadian player, Christian Braun, Michael Porter Jr., and last but not least, Nikola the Joker Jokic. And the other side, Memphis Grizzlies. Taylor Jenkins is the starting head coach for the Grizzlies. They're also along with the players. We have as one of our biggest, John Moran, along with Jalen Wells, and Desmond Bain, Jaren Jackson Jr., and the tall man, Zach Edey from Purdue University. It's going to be a great matchup here. Let's hope if we've got a great comeback rally switches. I'll sure do. It's going to be great. Standing by for our next commentaries, I have one of our biggest, Son of Beast. He's along with the other commentators with the other team of the two here. And this time, we brought somebody back with us. Gangsta Beast. And Test Tube is the third commentary of the crew. Ali LaForce is the starting of the commentator on the court side here for the team. Now, let's begin our presentation. Nuggets and Grizzlies. Next on 2K Sports. Enjoy the game, folks, and we'll see you all again in the post game of the show for the finish to wrap it up, our regular period. We'll see you all later, everybody. Enjoy the game. It's our big moment here for our Western Conference clash. Grizzlies and Nuggets. Next on 2K Sports. Greetings, everyone. We Memphis for tonight's coverage of the game, brought to you by 2K Sports. Tonight, we see the Denver Nuggets, and they're going up against the Memphis Grizzlies. The big matchup in between as we're getting things set. Russell Westbrook is with Jamal Murray. Christian Braun is with Michael Porter Jr. The other side we have is John Morant. He's along with Michael. On the other side is Jaren Jackson Jr. In center is Zach Edey against Nikola Jokic. And we have our starting head coach, Michael Malone, for the Nuggets and Taylor Jenkins for the Grizzlies. It's the Rumble Grizzle Mate in Memphis, Tennessee, ready for the ball tip-off. Edey wins, and we're off the set in Memphis, Tennessee, ready to go. On the starting boundary, we have his cross is Wells. Wells sends it over to Morant. Now as Morant will send it over to Jackson Jr., he will send it over again to Morant. Here's Morant for the pump shot. That first shot won't make it in. That'll be the first miss of the night against the Nuggets. Here's Russell Westbrook. He will start off with his layup drive. His own rebound pick. And that heads back in for John Morant with his own rebound.
Just looking out so fantastic out there. Did you see that the John Morant has been showing up? The point guard position, the last time he was drafted in was 2019. It was nothing what it says now, but there's going to be one change to it. Reporter from LA LaForest is talking in for Taylor Jenkins, his head coach for the team. It was nowhere how it happened to be found out that he really had taken everything. But somehow ever, Taylor Jenkins is definitely coaching with their team after our last postseason loss, and they haven't been able to make their postseason by the time of the end of 2023 to 24. Yeah, I mean, they're definitely so enough to make that anybody with the key. Now, they really have to do one thing and the other.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's just too hard now. I mean, when you don't play for Memphis, I mean, you have a terrible timing for the last season. And if you don't win, you have no regression if you're going to keep it in. Jackson Jr., a startup with a layup drive, and that's going to be what their take is. Michael Porter Jr. right toward the corner. Going for a drive, he will take the bucket paint, and assist that goes out to Russell Westbrook. You know, Russell Westbrook is definitely my player, and I was looking for. You know, Grizzlies say that Russell Westbrook has been playing us with the LA Clippers the last season that he has ever been playing it for. And he didn't really think he wanted to stick around with the Los Angeles Lakers. Because the contract was lifting it in, I mean, there's a lot of trade line that's going around, and they don't really start off that often. And it's nothing really what they're going to get. Because sometimes, however, Russell Westbrook needs to have another regrouping patient then. Maybe he wants him out of team. I mean, they're definitely doing really well, but let's see what they can do if they can try to put it in. After a slam down by Nikola Jokic, here's Morant. Zach Edey is right toward in the wing. Guarded up by Nikola Jokic. Morant sends it over now to Bane. Desmond Bane. Here's the green for Wells. Fires for triple, makes it in. That'll be the first three-pointer for the Memphis Grizzlies. Wells with his first three-pointer. Gotta start up that big out there. Wells is getting a three-pointer down. Three-pointer, Jokic. That goes over the backboard and out of bounds. That will be Grizzlies ball with 4-3 to go. Check out the status for John Morant this season in the last 12 games.
Yeah, I love that John Morant's been doing it really well. I mean, constipated on that. John Morant's the best point guard position. I love to see his own response.
Now John Morant will send it over, now firing again to Wells this time. Wells wants to change it over. Decided to put a switch back. Scanning the floor. Never changed. Here's Bane for the two. That one will sink the three. Another one for the Memphis Grizzlies as Wells with the assist. First timeout called by Denver Nuggets with 3:38 to go in the first quarter. And this is where the start begins for the Memphis of the Tennessee team, the Grizzle takedown.
Oh, yes, sir. Grizzlies gonna start that up, dude. This makes it clear we are seeing things big here. I figured that this is the start where we're looking for.
Now, as for John Morant, he's been looking for in between for how his quote. But here's one thing that happened with the last postseason, and this better moment has never been seen things before, and this is where he has been ever been accomplishing by his confidence. He says, my goal is to do everything that people say I can and won't do. And this is what happens with, I don't fear nobody. But the dogs seem to be going in. Yeah, I know that John Morant's really impossible to give everyone a good chance. I mean, this is what happens. I feel like it's still a process. Obviously, feel like I'm not done learning myself. It's learning new things. It's a strategy what John Morant has been working through before the postseason and before the All-Star game. He definitely might be drafted in again. But good thing is, Jaylen Brown is coming back in.
Yes, sir. Jaylen Brown seems to be warming up every time. I mean, give it a good look, go for it.
New substitution coming on the floor for the Denver Nuggets as we have a new stat for the league leaders. Denver Nuggets on a rebound in the last 10 games. They're in 4th place. You gotta keep rebounds in there. I mean, there's no regression to give someone an open key on the own mind. But when you're doing that, you gotta have some more time effort. It doesn't stand the crowd, but they gotta keep it going. After a miss by Nikola Jokic, here's Zach Edey. He has his first rebound of the game, and this one will send it over to John Morant. Morant sends it back to Zach Edey. Edey sends it over to Wells. Send a lob pass to Edey, and that deflects it off of Jokic. Here comes Westbrook. Westbrook finds Jamal Murray. Here's the cut. Murray in front, and he will slam it down toward the middle. There'll be another jam brutal to bring down by a defense. Now the next timeout will be picked up. The first timeout's been carried on Memphis Grizzlies. We're under 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter, and the Grizz is the mascot. He's looking like he wants their team to go back in postseason.
Yeah, I mean, Grizz wants to show how it is. I mean, I know what you have to do for him.
And now here's the quote here, what they're talking for about Jamal Murray. Now, Murray didn't really have it all, and that training has to be a skill after playing from University of Kentucky. It was one way that he has ever been achieving for his own goals. When Jamal Murray had started his game in basketball in Canada, he was the Canadian professional team, and this one gives it all a chance. They say the John Murray. I mean, there is no way how he can definitely handle his all of them. Is that a static or is that a makeup? I guess static is really what they are saying. I know that Jamal Murray has been doing things,
but there's one thing that goes with it. He has to do something on what his quote has been saying. And this is what happens now. When you do this from this point, he has one quote. Life tests you in so many different ways. That's why I go with the flow. Now, I don't know what you have to feel about that, but let's make it clear. Jamal Murray has been dominating hard.
Some new substitutions are on the court as all 5 players are checked out and all 5 players are checked in as Murray moves his point guard. For the Grizzlies, they're making new changes. As now, with the new substitutions are on the court. Laria, Clark, Conchar, and Pippen Jr. are checked on. Now is a chance over to Conchar. 6 to shoot. Gotta change it up. Here's Pippen Jr. for the triple. The first 3-pointer for the secondary lineup is missed. And now Murray will send it over to Watson. Watson, oh, what a nice spin move. And he puts up to bump someone off of Bane. Bane really knew that coming. That didn't really start off appearance. Now Pippen Jr. will send it over to Bane. The Grizzlies are up by 2 to cut the digit down for the Nuggets. Bane finds Pippen Jr. Pippen Jr. Round a cut. Here's Clark. And this one misses. Now it's back over to the Nuggets. Here's Watson. Under 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Carried out. And that one last touch by Aaron Gordon. That changes over to Memphis ball. Here's Pippen Jr. Hasn't scored yet in his secondary lineup to start. Off again to Laravia. Over to Gordon. Here's Clark. Shoots over Sarge. He's fouled. That'll be his first personal on the Nuggets as Sarich has his first team foul. And Clark is at the free throw line shooting 2.
Oh, that one really had a little bit of nasty attack out there. He got caught up. That one makes it worse. He's just looking like he's not looking good at all.
First free throw coming up for the Memphis Grizzlies with the stopping the clock at 1:40 left in the first quarter of the game.
He hits the first free throw. You know, I gotta say that Brandon Clark's stepping really well at it. But here's the thing about that. Every time you play it like Brandon Clark has done, I mean, he has some good strategy. Showing up a little bit of a more empoweredness into his hand, I say that he's really doing so well. Let's show how this crowd responds.
1 out of 2 free throw makes it in. Now here's Watson. Down to 90 seconds in the first. Here's Watson. Shoots over to 2, and he's fouled. That would be on LaRavia with his first personal foul. And as a main, he will be sending to the free throw line. Watson is right to the free throw line shooting 2. Oh, that's not good. I mean, that one really has to stay out of his paint. That zone was definitely giving him some tricky angles. There's no offense. Nobody's giving him some good touches. This need to be correctly and finished. Free throw coming up for the Memphis Grizzlies on a first foul. The Nuggets will take their first free throw. Out on the other side of the Grizzly zone. He knocks down the first free throw. Watson's been really well at it. I mean, the key is, when the secondary lineups have some great offensive agility, this is what the conception makes it in for an early range. When Watson does have some better strategy, I know he's definitely on all of this work. Second free throw good for Watson. Keep the time down now. I mean, you have no idea what's going to happen, so you have to take all your responses. Don't let him leave the zone. Here's Clark right toward the middle as he back passes to Conchar. Now rolls in to LaRavia. To Pippen Jr. Around Murray, he's fouled. That will be Pippen Jr.'s first attempt to hit the free throw line, and Murray with his first personal foul. Scotty Pippen Jr. didn't really see that one going. I mean, I felt like that, no way. I mean, I'm going to have to try to do the other way. I mean, there's no change. You're not going to make it clear. First free throw for Pippen Jr. is at the free throw line shooting 2. Misses the first free throw. Well, Scottie Pippen Jr. has been so on his aggressive way. I mean, I'm sure that he's really into a great setup angle. But the contract is definitely showing in. And as the Memphis hustle, he really had a lot of a key making in there. I mean, no way that he does for. I mean, he really gets a bunch of help. I don't know if he stands it out, but after playing with the Lakers, I think there is another change up for him. Pippen Jr. knocks down the free throw as they get their extension up by 2. Here's Murray. Murray's right toward the wing. Slinks it in. Tries to get over. The fade. Up it goes. And a rebound for Mike Conchar. 1 minute left in the first quarter. Here's Pippen Jr. over again to Clark. Clark slides it back. Now Pippen Jr. will have some release. And watching in. Over to Clark. Lost his hands, and this one goes back to Murray again to Strawfer. Here's the shot. They'll have it back. Strawfer. It's stolen loose. Rebounded. Back to Murray. 6 to shoot. Murray. He's scored in for 3. Another miss by the Denver Nuggets. Bain settles it down in the first quarter. Just down to 20 seconds. Here's Conchar right toward the wing. Conchar rolls back. Here's the three. That one rolls in and out for Payne. 5 seconds left. Murray going over. Watson for the tie, and the lead is good. He has that first three-pointer, and that will set it up to finish the first. So that is a tough start for the Nuggets, but the Grizzlies are definitely on proud. 15-14 back-to-back runs. We'll get to the second quarter when we come back. And if you're just tuning in for the second quarter, we welcome you back in Memphis, Tennessee. We're ready to kick off the second. 15-14 is the score. It's an up and down ones after a three-pointer by Watson. Now, as you take here, what's going to happen here? Well, I don't know. They really are trying to show things what they got. But I say now that the Nuggets are really just on a fair start. They've beaten over against the OKC Thunders. But I think there's one problem to the hand. I'm thinking that we are looking to see if the upset brings on. Probably the Nuggets might will. We start off the second quarter as right now all players are set, ready to go. Russell Westbrook is with Nikola Jokic. And it's Murray right toward into the wing. And across here, some Michael Porter Jr. And finally we have Strawfer and Braun right toward in the zone. For the Nuggets, and now the Grizzlies. Here's Morant. He's with the other players as he's looking to be able to get from here. Jackson Jr. denies it. And with the chance, and he has a layup in for Jokic. Oldimus right toward in on the court. And over to everyone is Wells. Last on the other side of it, we got one skier, Jackson. Chance over, back to Morant. Talking to Ali LaForce in between, we are seeing good things for the Joker, as he's really been showing it up on his takeoff decks. Jokic is really putting in some big effort. After performing for Nikia MVP by 2021 to 2022 season, it was nowhere match how this one really makes it in. Has some quote, this is what my team really strengthens for. I always do things I really have. And that's Jokic. It's no matter when you keep in two big threes or one big three. It's just no idea. He talked one of his interviews about the last one of his on his Western Conference Finals since '09 playing against the Lakers, and there was no other chance that he's really been showing how he does it. Yeah, I mean you gotta get some better communication here. I mean, really has Jokic chance to have three, or anybody has it. You gotta have some better step to yourself there, buddies. There's gonna be a lot of work to do.
Oh man, don't say now. That really gets some explaining.
Another miss by Denver Nuggets. We're under 5 minutes left to remain in the second quarter for the first half. Now Jackson Jr. has it again to Wells this time. Wells sends over to Morant. Morant dishing out the floor, now finds it over again to Jackson. Jackson finds Morant. Here's the cut. Inbounding. Takes a tie. That's Ja Morant on the finish floor. And they in the paint. Timeout's been picked up on Denver Nuggets. 4:38 to go in the first half of the game.
Oh, you really saying what Ja Morant really done? I mean, there's no quit.
You really gotta start that up.
Oh, zones. They don't deserve it. What do they say now?
Give it. Now as we're looking it over again, there's a bunch of big scores in between here. As we already have lost the last part of the game, the Cleveland Cavaliers are still the #1 seed here and put in for the first place in Eastern Conference standing. But the Western Conference standings, the Memphis Grizzlies are coming back. How do you think about them?
Well, probably that Memphis Grizzlies are really just trying to step back in. They're just really saying that we're not done, we're not out. We really are going to try to keep working on it. It's our strength. We got this. And this is what they're really been showing out. The top 3 teams in the Western Conference standings, it's a close game between the Houston Rockets and the Memphis Grizzlies. Looks like somebody is coming back in. The Rockets this time. Looks like they want to do this. What do you think?
Oh, maybe that's so.
I guess Rockets are going to come back in the postseason. We're really glad to have them back. New line changing coming up for the Memphis Grizzlies and for the Nuggets. As now whereas for a new team, here's a chance over to the league leaders on the 30 days fast break point. They're in 4th place, behind the Toronto Raptors.
Well, there's no way to exception to that. I mean, there's just a fast breaker point. There's really what the key needs to be. You still need to get through it.
On the shot, Westbrook, rebound puts in, and it's sent back by Edey.
That's his first rejection of the night. Oh, really have to stand it out. I say Edey's got a first rejection of the night. And how about G.G. Jackson? After that pass, puts it in for Jackson Jr., I'd really say that is a great rejection to take out.
Westbrook against Morant, finds Jokic. Going in, on a shot, he's fouled. That'll be G.G. Jackson with his first personal. And their first team fouls on Memphis. Jokic heading to the free throw line, shooting 2.
Well, after that rejection for Edey, and this is what really did happen. I mean, Edey was supposed to help him out. He was covered up. But that man on a defensive effort, he got a little tack late. That one really swatted out, and he's definitely going to get hit.
Free throws coming up for Nikola Jokic. Stop the clock at 4:05 remaining in the first half. Jokic knocks down the first free throw.
Well, you don't say what G.G. Jackson really has to give in.
Jaren Jackson Jr. has to make him talk out of it. Just let him do for his own job, get it done right, and do the best work. Maybe this is what everybody's been doing. This is what my training is everybody, not just one man. And no chance to tie that game. Now Jackson Jr. sends it over to Edey. Edey now has a chance over. Will side is to give it over to Wells this time. Wells for the finish. Over Braun, got it in. Got one, breaks in for Wells. He has 7 points in the game. Westbrook finds Strawford for the triple. He got it in. That one will tie the game up with 3:30 to go.
Oh, just listen to the effort. Crowd stands out, now crowd silence. Crowd stands, crowd silence. There's back-to-back switches.
Not a chance on a single digit. Jackson Jr. has it again to Wells. And as Morant will try to make a step in. Here's Morant for the finish. Oh, what a nice chance for Morant. He has 7 points, tied it up with Wells. Now Russell Westbrook on the digit, over again. Solid on a D, and Edey denies that. 2 blocks in this game. Now it's Morant with the carry on his own rebound. Wants to send it over to Edey. Wells outside. Morant tries to pull it in. Makes a motion. And a step back. Morant up. Rebounded by Edey. Pulls again to Jackson. 2:30 left remaining in the first half. Jackson Jr. decide to make a switch. Here comes Wells. And actually checks it out. Jackson got to make the shot. That's another miss. And they got it back again. Wells. Jackson Jr. Over Porter Jr. Good. Jackson Jr. with his second bucket. Just 2 minutes left in the first half of the game. Timeout been called by the Denver Nuggets. And they are just showing pride.
Well. I mean, do we really have to appreciate that? There is no question asked. Dallas really makes it a hard game out there.
Oh, man. Really got to get some overtime epic jury, the battle pack. Say our day.
And as we're coming down to nearing the end of the first half, we have our halftime show coming up. We have his Where Are Vegas? Bernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaq O'Neal with our biggest support of the first half. The tightness of game of the Memphis and Denver was nowhere to be seen on what stands in. What's John Morant's move next? And what's Jamal Murray's subsequences? What's his next strength? There's going to be another tightness to the game right between those two. Halftime show is coming up next after the first half. Fans, if you're enjoying this for the NBA game of the night, we thank you for your patience. We really are working so hard to put it back in. as the game will resume, only one game will happen. The Pelicans will take on against the Memphis Grizzlies at FedEx Forum, which is this location. And following along with the next game, as you'll have another look, we've got another change off. The Pistons are battling against the Grizzlies, and as the Hornets, they will be taking on against, actually, we'll do some great changes. Brooklyn Nets will be facing against the other team, as of now they will be facing against the next team. It brings up the 76ers. And our biggest performance of the night, we were really seeing things going in. Let's see if the changes come in. And then as we roll it in, the Hornets will take on against the Pelicans. Our same location at Smoothie King Center since season 1 was the biggest domination.
I love the effort. I mean, the crowd energy stands out. I mean, what they really do, they just really can't make it resist. I think there is another change in that. We'll see what they do. Laravia for the 2.
There you go. That one makes another 2-pointer, and we'll rank with the assist. And don't forget, the special game will be the Sixers against the Celtics at TD Garden Arena. That'll be our next game to keep your eyes on appearances on the other side for our next game. Yeah, I really love that one here. I think this is what we all do for. It's a rally for nothing. Number 8 sends it over to Bain with under a minute left to remain in the first half. Here's an Irwin to Wells. And as of now, Morant wants him scoots in. He wants to try to step it up. Time ticking down. Moravia, step back for 2. That rebounds by Clark. Moravia sends it over to Wells. Here comes Morant. That dished it up too soon. And Morant wants it our way. Sliding over Murray, and he's fouled. That will be the second personal on Jamal Murray under 30 seconds in the first half.
No, don't stand out that well. That Jamal Murray didn't really think he was going to settle things in. That one doesn't start that often. You're not going to make it clean.
Morant's at the free throw line shooting 2 with under 30 seconds. Morant knocks down the first free throw.
Just listen how we went out of the effort break today. It's a job moment. I really say that John Morant's definitely doing so well at it. I mean, if you like to see it, you gotta search it out for best of the highlights of John Morant's move. Especially in college, too.
Morant missed his second free throw. 1 out of 2, as right now we're under 25 seconds. Watson's right toward away. Watching closely, the screen on Gordon is denied. Watching cuts, here's a chance. That tip up, it's rebounded by Bay. Wells will settle things down, and that will do for the first half. We are setting off to halftime. 32-29 is the score. And we'll be back shortly for the second half to kick off the start. We'll see you all later, everybody, for the second half. Halftime show starts now.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. And in one stretch there, they were up by 6. And so far, they're out in front, but not by much as we head into the half. Kenny, what do you think about the Grizzlies?
They came in prepared. The offense is firing on all cylinders. Love the pacing, the flow. Very efficient. Volume and possession is fueling their success right now. This is not a team doing the better. At least not.
And Shaq, your take on Denver.
Well, it's been a big night for the guys off the bench so far. The scoring has been real strong. I think we're going to expect a few more minutes for the reserves and Utah tonight.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it back to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel. Joel, what up?
You've been watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Welcome back to FedEx Forum as we're ready to kick off the second half of the game. 32-29 is the score after the first half has been completed. We got a look at Watson, and with Murray, he's been talking over things again, and he's really showing what's his next key to put in. Yeah, I know Watson
I've just really seen things how he can definitely handle it off. When I say for Watson, I say like, hey, there's no chance to that. That beats him for a second, and they just couldn't get things over. I have no question how, but why is that important?
Well, they don't see what now in. Just got to get some more effort with the room.
We start the second half as we are ready to go. Jackson Jr., he's behind Desmond Bain. John Morant's right toward the wing. And it's Wells right toward the corner. And Zach Edey is right toward in the middle of the zone, right near the paint. Runs into air ball. And that will send it out of bounds and right to Denver ball.
Oh, that one really made a mistake here for Desmond Bain. He really had a little desperate. Didn't start off that well.
Here's Russell Westbrook. Only scored a couple of baskets here for the first half. He's with by Michael Porter Jr. Nikola Jokic is starting setup for the screen. And from corner is Braun. And from the last one is Jamal Murray. 5 to shoot. Morant on him. And great drive. Puts in for Nikola Jokic. They're back down by 1. He has 9. Now here's Morant. As they're still up in the lead, here's Bain. Bain on a close carry, now finds Wells. Tries to give again to Jackson Jr. Bain from outside. Tries to help Jackson Jr. with the screen. Here's a set and a shot. It's denied by Porter Jr. on the alley-oop pass. Murray, screen coming. Here's a 2 for Morant for the lead and put back in for Porter Jr. and sends it up by 1.
Now that's a bad common mistake here. That one really gets a out of push out of the range. This doesn't start really well often. You're not going to play well. You just need to get some timing judgment.
Bain over Jokic. It's good. Desmond Bain has 5 points in this game. Only 2 out of 4 field goal range is mixed up for Desmond Bain. Now a change over Porter Jr. from middle. Over to Westbrook. Westbrook passes to Porter Jr. Porter Jr. slides back to Westbrook. 5 to shoot. On the screen. Here's Westbrook. Over again. And a layup will dish it in to put back by 1. It's a back-to-back marathons in the second half.
Yeah, the second half, the third quarter is definitely the rage.
Now the dash off again to Edey. Edey. Finger shot. Will send back to Bain. Morant outside. It's 5 to shoot. Has to send it over. Trying to give to Jackson Jr. for the 2. That one rolls in and out. Jokic with another rebound. Sends to Murray off to Porter Jr. Here he goes, and he makes that drive easy. Next timeout's picked up by Memphis Grizzlies. The Nuggets are up by 3. 4:12 remaining. The NBA on 2K Sports is brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Movement that inspires. American Express. Don't live life without it. And by Hotels.com. Find your place somewhere. As we're talking over it again right now for Mike Malone, he's really showing what he's been looking like. He's just definitely what I've always liked to see him about his previous on the effort. He makes it one toughness on the clearance, and he has been talking to. And here's what he has to go with. You can't remember what you should do tomorrow, and then you can't remember what you did today. And in the end, all you have is long ago. When I can't sleep, every wrong I've ever committed slips in through the cracks of the doors and windows like a ghost in the poltergeist.
Poltergeist really makes it up a little bit of change on there. I think he has a dream about what makes it a key emotion. I mean, I think someone has a little bit of the authentic rule, making it clear. And looking at Luke Kennard, he's in first place. And Nikola Jokic in third for the 3-pointers.
Yeah, just watch out. I mean, I just really say that Luke Kennard's definitely playing it, but unfortunately he's out. He's definitely going to have to see what he can do if he's ready to prepare for this season in a postseason when it makes the team for the playoffs.
Here's Payne from outside. And Conchar with a tie. Got it in. He rolls in the rim. And he now are tied with 37.
Oh, listen to this place right now. I mean, Memphis is throwing wild.
Westbrook, the pass to Jokic, and he slams it. Dude, dying over on Jackson Jr. with a block shot. They're up by 2. He's getting away right now. Joker, Jokic, Joker, no way. And now as Aldama will send it over now, finding again to Payne. Payne watching on Jamal Murray. Needs some switches. A give over cut to Pippen Jr. And Conchar. Go to 2. Good. That one ties it again. Conchar with 5 points. 3:05 left to remain in the third quarter. Watching from zone to zone. Here's Porter Jr. Outside Murray. Reporter from Valley Force. And Taylor Jenkins is really showing what his deal's next. Because this really happens with their big team. Yeah, all big teams. I mean, there is no hard way to make that one go in. I mean, I have a lot of concentration to show up. This makes it a hard take. Fouls picked up on Jared Jackson Jr. That'll be his first foul, first team foul. Keep your eyes for the next game here, as there will be a bunch of games for the Denver Nuggets to go against their different teams. And you'll be seeing them next, right in between on the NBA by downloading the app today. Jokic at the free throw line shooting 2. A chance for it to break the tie. He hits 1. And now as Michael Porter Jr. checked out, Aaron Gordon's checked back in. Watson's also checked in for Russell Westbrook. And other players are checking in on the shooting guard and small forward. He's good in his second free throw. Here's Pippen Jr. He's right in toward the wing. Trying to get some other opportunity range to Conchar. Conchar has it again to Pippen Jr. Pippen Jr. now finding again to Aldama. Fades around Gordon. And he just missed off the target. That one is off by Watson. And he now has it back. Conchar, ball's loose. Recovered by Jokic. Here's Murray. Murray sent the pass. It's denied by Aldama. And Pippen Jr. A send over. It's stolen by Murray. No chance to pass it to Jared Jackson Jr. And as Gordon slams it down, it's a 43-49.
No, nowhere to go. I mean, that really turns it over. It's a detour.
Conchar, the pass again to Payne. Payne sends the pass to Pippen Jr. Payne a shot. Here's a 3. Aldama's up. That misses. Back to Watson. Watson. Watching his time, finding again Jokic. Conchar's on it. The fade. Over Aldama, it's good. Jokic enters another one. That's another bucket for Denver. Timeout picked up on Memphis Grizzlies. They have 4 timeouts left remaining.
There's no way to have that one answer back. I mean, there's no change. You're never going to make it.
They're back on the court with a new substitution. Arabia is back on the court. As for the other players in, as Jackson Jr. is checked out. Here's Gigi Jackson. A send-off bounce pass to Brandon Clark. Brandon Clark sends it over, now finding again to Pippen Jr. with 1:16 to go. Pippen Jr. right to Arabia. Watching on Gordon. Gordon, nowhere to go. Here's Conchar. He got it through to beat the shot clock. Conchar with 7 points, down to a final minute in the third. Here's Strawfer. He's on a rush. Over on Clark. Good take by Clark. And it's rebounded by Crunchar.
Good effort, a good hustle, puts it in. That Schroeder only has 3. I mean, there's no strength in that.
Jackson Jr. watching on Jackson. Here's Conchar. I'll send over to Clark. Clark in the middle. He slams it. Went to a paint, and he is not showing his sign. Get out of the way.
That really gotta get going through, but Brandon Clark's definitely like trying to take the tackle. He's really like he wants to put on revenge this time.
Gordon. Pressure's in. On a bounce pass. On a shot. Here's a chance over to Schaffer. Over to the alley-oop. He's denied. 12 seconds left. And Jackson to tie the game. Good. Jackson Jr. with his second bucket. And as they're coming down to the wire, Murray needs to make a quick move before the time goes down. Murray for the buzz beater. And that one is off the rim. Now back to even. 45 to score between Denver and Memphis. Stay tuned, the fourth quarter is underway. This will be a finish line to show what goes on. Who will win and who will die down? Fourth quarter is next after this. In a moment now to reveal the State Farm assist of the game.
It's one of our biggest of the night. I mean, looking over it again, we've got a great ones to check out about Ja Morant's movement. He's really showing off his spots. The crowd's feeling the energy. He really loved it.
Yeah, it's good take. That's what Brandon Clark is looking at it. He's just really thinking that I'm going to go for it. And he did it.
Glad you're enjoying us so far as we're reaching the end of the final quarter of the game. This is it. Last one wins it all. Morant is with Conchar. That's Jackson and all with Clark. And Ted Edey is right toward in the middle, right toward the center. Here's Morant. He'll start that one off for the fourth quarter. And a rebound puts in for Morant. As Westbrook has his own rebound. Here's Braun on Jackson. The dish over now finding Murray. And Braun for the 3 to break the chain. And it's no good. Zach Edey with his rebound. Sends it off to Morant. Morant slows it down. Now tries to give for an open pass to Conchar. Conchar. Clark goes for the pass again to Morant. Morant sends it over to Clark. Want to send things over. Look for a setup. Morant with no room. On a sidestep. Got it through as they break the tie chain. Morant has 10 points. Looking to take over the lead.
Just impossible now. I mean, there's no way that you want to try to defend it like you do it for real time. I really know now that this really keeps it in our great position.
The goaltending is called on the Grizzlies as this will count the bucket in. Sarah just checked in for Aaron Gordon. And back on the court now as Edey's trying to make a new change off. As Morant brings back in. As Payne is on the court with Jackson Jr. As chance in middle, Westbrook with the steal. Right to the middle. To try to slam it. Nothing chances out. He loses his effort. And he's fouled. That will be Aldama with his first personal. A chance for the lead for the Nuggets. Christian Braun at the free throw line, shooting 2.
Well, you can't do that anyway. That really makes it ultimate with that unstoppable rage. He's not showing up. I mean, he's getting a little bit tired out.
Their free throw percentage coming up for the Denver Nuggets. Braun hits the first free throw.
Yeah, he's a little disappointed now, but when you say about Taylor Jenkins, he has to get trying to do some number changes. He can't just stay long, but he's got to try to find another way in.
The second free throw is missed. Now here's a chance to Aldama. Under 5:30 left to remain. John Morant needs to make new changes here on the offense. Here's Bain. Chance for going back again. And it's grabbed by Porter Jr. Porter Jr. getting his own rebound, trying to add it to his 5th rebound of the game. Braun for an outdoor look. That rolls in. It is now a 51-47 game. Now here's Zach Edey. Sarge on him. Decided to give over to Jackson Jr. Sends it over to Morant. Give again to Alderman. It's loose, and it's stolen by Saric. Under 5 minutes left. Here's Braun. Slams it down. Now it's Alderman with a chance. Morant trying to send over to Edey. Here's another take to Morant. Open look. Pull in and out. He is losing his effort. I mean, I don't know what's happening. This didn't really stop him out. With no foul on Denver Nuggets, here's Morant. The back pass. Fade the shot. Trying to go back again to Morant. New change off. Here's the bounce pass to Edey, and he's broken up by Saric. Here's the fast break for Westbrook. In middle, slowed down by Jamal Murray. 4:03 left to remain in the 4th quarter. Timeout given by Memphis Grizzlies.
Oh, this is bad. Now there's no chance, there's no protection, there's nobody to give an open look. Nobody is covering their offense, no one is covering their guard. This is what happens. They can't have a nice day like that. That's why they don't just play it well.
Fans, don't forget we have your next game on its way, as we have our number game that's happening right now with game number 10, as the Milwaukee Bucks are at home in Milwaukee, and they're taking on against the next team, the Philadelphia 76ers. Since season 1, we see them the last part of each game here, and this was the breakout play for the Memphis Grizzlies, seeing the Milwaukee Bucks win the whole thing here, being at Wells Fargo Center. But now they re-meet again at Milwaukee at Chrysler.4 for the next part of the game. Keep your eyes on appearances, as this will be the next game on game number 10. And then the All-Star Game. We're super excited to bring you here at Golden State. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, I'm super really pumped. I'm ready for the All-Star Game. This is going to be fantastic. I can't wait.
New group substitutions are on the court, as we have a little change off here for the Grizzlies. Only Saric is checked out, as Jokic is checked back on the court. And a little bit of a change off here from Mike Malone, as Ali LaForce has standing by, but there is some one change to the other. Mike Malone has been talking to one of the teams. We are doing not the hustle. We are just trying to do the right thing. But the job is not done yet. We got to go back out there and just do defense the right way. Let's keep pushing, get better at it. And hopefully by then, it will get it going.
Oh, look at how he did. I know that happened to Braun, but that's what he did. He showed him up. He's not done.
Here's Wheels. Good! Wells is playing it in. They're cutting the digit down by 8.
Oh, they're not done. They got to do something live stepped here. They got to get out of here.
Pressure defense on Russell Westbrook. Here's another chance for Jokic. Jokic finds Braun. Braun's right toward the wing. On a shot. 3-pointer. No good. Jackson Jr. finds Edey. And here's another one to Wells. On the cut. Right. Bain got it. They are just cutting it again. Down by 6. He has 7. Under 3 minutes remaining in the regulation quarter. Here's Westbrook. And this one breaks it in to Nikola Jokic to dunk it in. What a pass by Murray.
That was happened. There's no way he's going to get over this one.
Bain. Right to Morant. Morant needs some changes. Over to Edey. Over Jokic. Foul. And it's off the rim. That's another personal foul on the Denver Nuggets, as Jokic has his first foul.
Now it looks like they're going to get this one set in. Under 2:30. Looks like Edey's team got to get up there.
Edey's at the free throw line shooting 2 from Purdue University. Looking to see if he can cut 2 free throws to get a close game. Edie hits the first free throw. And he's got the second. Edie makes 2 free throws as we're under 2:30 to go. Murray on Wells. 2:20 left to remain. Here's a chance to Braun. On a chance and effort. Oh, it's deflected off of Edie. And now Jackson Jr. brings it to Morant.
Oh, look at the hustle made it in here. Edie was getting that one here. Just the right timing. He's got to get that one right in it.
2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Here's Bain for a triple. Rebound by Jackson Jr. We'll slam it down. They're down by 4. And this is a hard pressure. They are just keeping it going. Looks like there might be a comeback here. Murray. Sidestep for 2. Up it goes. Oh, Jokic. Are you kidding me? He knocked that one in.
And just no idea. I don't know how he did. But that just did not make sense at all. Why in the world would you have to take the rebound in? That really makes it no difference to me.
Jokic on Edie. Here's Braun on a pass. Up with a shot. Back again. Edie denies it. And a chance now find to Edie. Here's a chance over to Wells. 1:15 left. Give it over to Jackson Jr. Slide step. Here's a take. Up around the layup. Good. They are down by 2. Looking to tie the game with a final minute in the regulation quarter. And all alone, Porter Jr. No good. Edie now finds it again to Jackson Jr. Needs a little patience in between the offense and defense. And Moran will have to take his timeout with only 45 seconds. This has been a close game afterwards. They are fighting. They were losing, but now they were coming back in.
Yeah, I don't know what happened here. They really have to say now is
We're not falling down. We got to get back into work.
show what we got.
And I just noticing that we really have been pushing it off. All what you don't do, you just can't win. You have to just keep practicing all your work. And you don't have the right time to do so, change it over again. Flip it the other way. That's what everybody's been doing for. Gotta get over this time. As we're nearing the 45-second mark, this part of the game is an extension matchup. But this close game was never been like easier before. As of right now, it's now time to present your New Balance player of the game. For tonight's game, going to Nikola Jokic.
The Joker's on hot hands though. They just don't need a cut. Made precision have it my time way. Jokic got a good Joker out of it. He got a nice one to finish it off.
Now as Morant will send it over again, here's another chance to Bain. Bain needs to slide back. Morant needs some motion in. He's over to Edie to tie the game. Oh, what a nice defensive effort. Had a lot of time left. Here comes Murray. And that one stops it. Under 30 seconds left. They need to tie the game. And Edie decide to give to Morant to tie the game. He's fouled. That goes to Braun with 20 seconds left in the regulation quarter. As they are going to put Morant to the free throw line, they're looking to tie the game.
Yeah, let's hope there is. I mean, he's a little nervous now. He's a little bit heartbroken up. Well, let's see if he can make it in.
I agree. It's going to be a silent night now. First free throw knocks it in for Morant. If he gets the second one in and then we're all tied, then the Nuggets will have to take a timeout. He missed the second. We'll have to take the intentional foul, put it in, and Morant did not get a second free throw in.
Oh boy, I don't know what happened. This really was just unbelievable. They didn't really think they were going to make it that time. Wow. He just missed the second free throw. I don't believe it.
Now as the free throw comes in for Russell Westbrook, they're going to have to make it loud. First free throw sets in for Russell Westbrook. And Coach Taylor Jenkins will decide to use his final timeout if he makes a second. And that's good. Taylor Jenkins calls his final timeout with 17.6 seconds. And this might be a chance to tie or miss.
Well, it's never been the last of that game. I mean, they really just have to say now, what did they don't do? Well, just need to get this one last time.
I mean, no kidding. They really have somebody else to give someone else a better chance. If they don't get it in there, I mean, that's it. It's over. How are we doing over there, guys? All right, thanks so much here. Wow, this is definitely a just extension. I do not believe they did not really just get it over that well. I mean, this is definitely it, folks. I mean, we really are trying to find out. This might be a big take. And looking like they want to take it in there. Well, I think it is. I mean, all that happened now, I mean, they really are just looking at it, feeling at it, and they're looking all over it. They just need to see what they can do now, if they can try to win this game. If the Grizzlies can tie it up, and that's it. If it misses, that's it. It will be over. Well, we'll see you all back later here. Post-game show is underway. All right, thank you, guys. This is it. Last chance for Memphis. Will they tie the game for 3? Or will this be dead end? Let's find out what takes it. All right, this is it. Get ready, folks. It's going to happen. And it's now Wells watching the time clock go down. Edie, 13 seconds left. Edie watching between Morant's in corner. Trying to watch out. Team going down by 5. They need to make one. In corner for the 3. It's good! Oh my! Jackson Jr. He ties it. We're off to overtime.
Now that's what you just said. OT time.
I don't believe it. This has been a one wild one. Are you ready for OT? I'm ready.
OT's coming up next after the break. Don't go anywhere. The extension of the period will continue after this. And we are off to OT. A fantastic finish for Jaren Jackson Jr. to tie for a regulation quarter. Now we're ready for overtime. Let's find out who gets the next win. And here we go. Overtime starts now as we presented by Tissot, the official watch of the NBA. Let's find out who takes in as Clark will send it over to Morant. Morant in middle. Shot going up and goes in. Shot Morant with 13 points. Now they have to up by 2. Now it's the Nuggets' turn. Jamal Murray decided to take his own timeout with under 2:40 left.
Well, this is what they don't do. John Morant has nothing to possess on it. He has no idea how that happened. If they don't do it really well often, they can't win at all.
So it seemed like that this is still the biggest of the night. We are looking at it to see what goes in if they stop their downage.
Well, Downage is really like everybody. I mean, you really have to play for the real part of the game. I know they're definitely kicking it off the harder notch, but let's face it. If you don't do it the right way, I mean, you just gotta keep playing it yourself. Do the hard part, get it done, stop reaching, and get over this. There's no need to be panic out there, and we're talking for Nikola Jokic. He's really has a lot of quotes to say about this one. I mean, when you're playing this for real, don't let that one get over you. This one is definitely what he has a quote to say. And this one really makes it a harder way. I'm just playing basketball. Nothing is different, and it's just a team game, playing, having fun, and trying to play the right way. I mean, every team has the right way. Same thing with the Grizzlies too. So, what can they do now? Play hard. Get them to it.
As the clock resumes, here's Westbrook. Right to in the middle. Up for the drive. It's good. Russell Westbrook able to finish the drive, and this it will be another timeout on Memphis Grizzlies. Both teams have one timeout left. No question of putting the next timeout. This is what that happens. They've got to get this.
Well, this is Buck straight. I mean, they're really just turning it over. Let's see what happens if they get it done.
As right now, Brandon Clark's still on the court. Morant's watching him. Zach Edey will be able to make some new changes here when he comes in to sub in. Wells, able to change it over to Clark. Clark, right to Morant. Morant trying to settle in. And the ball's loose, stolen by Jokic. Here comes Murray. Murray sidesteps it back. Here's Westbrook. Right toward his wing. Jokic for the two. Chance for lead. Good. 2:05 left to remain. A lot of time left for the Grizzlies. Only 2 minutes in overtime. Here's Clark for the triple. It's good. Rolls back the other way as Brandon Clark has 6. It's a 1-point lead for Memphis. Here's Westbrook. Westbrook off to Jokic in the corner. Indeed, transition, up it goes. Put a rebound in, got it to go. Morant watching him carefully, and now they're back the other way. Here's Wells. Decided to help Clark with the screen. Here's the middle, up it goes around, spins around the way. Up and off the backboard, and it's up by 1. Down to a 90-second mark in an overtime period. Watching in, here's a chance, it goes in, another layup for Jokic. Great pass by Russell Westbrook, and it's now a 71-70 game. Jackson Jr. watching carefully to Clark. Clark sends to Wells. Here's 3 for the Bane. Money line, no good. Bronze right toward in center. He's right toward the middle. The layup. It's off. Nice defense effort by Desmond Bane. Under final minute in OT. Jackson Jr. watching him do it. Moving around again. Finding Bane. Needs some change. Down to 7. Clark looking over. Here's another chance for the 2. That misses again. Jokic looking for a chance to go up by 3. And wants to stop. He goes for a backhand jam. Wow! Stunning the crowd out. Now they will use their final timeout for the Memphis Grizzlies.
No obsession with that. I mean, they really are just losing their minds out. They're losing everything. This really does not meant to be. They can't lose at all. This needs to be done here, guys. This gotta be going in. As for Luke Kennard, he will be checking in for the team, and he's looking to himself if he can try to tie this game or not. Also, Desmond Bane is still on the court, and Jaren Jackson Jr. is still the other way. Morant needs some help to try to fix it up. This is it. Without any changes, they're out of timeouts. And this one will all come down to the wire. This was nowhere option of how they have done this. But all it does turn to be, it was an unbelievable moment. Jaren Jackson Jr., the buzz beater. But now they're looking for Luke Kennard if they can tie that game up. Will they do this? Or will they have it end here and Denver Nuggets will pick up on a road win? Well, this is it. Let's hope that there is a will. Game of the
the night. Matchup starts now in OT. Now a set Eddie joins in with Luke Kennard. Let's see if he can manage it. And Luke Kennard's right toward the wing. Morant needs some changes. Wants to go right to center. Zach Edey, right toward the wing. And Kennard for the tie. It's good! Luke Kennard joins the party to tie the game for 73. And that's how you dug it. Luke Kennard wants this thing to tie it back in. There is no stopping to end here. And as of right now, this is where it comes down to this. The final timeout for Denver Nuggets. Under 10 seconds remaining in OT. You know how this is happening right now? This is definitely a wildest game.
I know. They're really all over it now. I mean, when you don't win it again, I mean, you just got to keep on training. I mean, that's what happens. I mean, they really make out feel like they're really well in. And I know it's hard. But as I mentioned it before, I mean, Luke Kennard is definitely wants to light that out. I mean, if you want to play it like that, you've got to give some show love. Crowd response, everybody has an opinion.
9.7 seconds left in the OT period. This will be a chance for the Nuggets if they can stop their advantage. If they miss again, and it will be rebounded, we will be heading into double OT in Memphis. So, we may not know what will change, but this might be the first time to take a look at second OT since it's been a while for every other seasons. Let's hope if Nuggets takes it in. If they don't, we are off to double OT. Last chance for Westbrook. Watching the clock. Over in. Went with the shot. He misses. And we are heading to double OT in Memphis, Tennessee for the next OT winner. Well, it's a big face-off. I mean, that's it. We're off to second OT. Coming up will be the next take-in, the double extension in overtime. Be back soon after this. Double OT, ready to start off in Memphis, Tennessee. We're back with us again, Son of Beast along with my broadcasting partner with Test Tube and Gates the Beast. Allie LaForce in the center court. And now as Denver wins the tip-off, we will get things started here for the second OT. After a miss by Jokic, let's see what he does if he takes in. Off the pass to Braun. Needs some changes back to Russell Westbrook. Here's another take. Over with the shot. And that one will make it in. Timeout picked up by Memphis Grizzlies with 2:41 left. This is what happens now. You don't win, you don't get it often.
Well, that just don't make it anybody make a difference out there. And this really needs to make this one a hard change. They need to do some bigger steps. Play like you do for. Don't make him miss. Don't make it in. He'd make a miss. That's what you have to do. Play hard on defense. Everybody has a chance. They don't want anyone to get out of the way. Don't play it like you do for.
Yes, I agree. If you're doing it the wrong way, I mean, you don't have time, you've got to think it again. This really needs to get this one in. And remember, the Memphis Grizzlies are in the second place right now. They need to do some a little changing difference here to get right through it. Don't let them score out if they get over it.
As now back on the court, it will be Zach Edey, and he will be checking in with John Morant, and Scottie Pippen Jr. is on the court. Morant sitting out for this one. And it's over to Edey. Oh, wow! A tipping face shot for Zach Edey, and another timeout released on Denver.
Well, back-to-backs on this one. I mean, they're doing it over. I don't believe how they're definitely doing this, but this is definitely unbreakable. Just play what you do for. I mean, no one has a chance. No response is effort. I mean, that's it. They don't really play it good and often.
The overtime in the NBA on 2K Sports is brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor. State Farm is there. Storylines. And by AT&T 5G. Connecting changes everything. Both teams with one timeout left. And now as Porter Jr. is checked back on the court, subbing in for Aaron Gordon. They're ready to show him off how it's done.
This is hard now. I mean, let's see what they can do if they don't get a chance after Jokic.
Forget about the three-pointer. We'll have to give it over to Bron instead. The screen. Here he comes. Bron fades. Looking at the shot. Down to 4 for the 3. It's mixed. Now Wells has a chance to break it over and take the lead. Bain on a chance with 2 minutes left in a second OT. Watching out for the 3-second violation, and it's now Wells. Here's a chance down to Jackson Jr. Jr. Up it goes. Rolling it out. Edie with the rebound. Wells decided to watch the time. Here's Bain. Bain in front. Pippen Jr. for 3. It's good! He got it that time, and he has 4 points and a 3-point extra. They're now up by 3. Russell Westbrook finds Jokic for the 2. That rolls in and out. We're under 90 seconds. Listen to this place, and this is the biggest attacking, and the drive will never end for the Memphis.
Yeah, they do so now. I mean, they are a bunch of killers out there. They're rolling it in.
5 to shoot. Here's another chance. Wells near the baseline. That one misses again. Murray has a chance to cut the digit down by 3, and he's looking to see if he can get a close game. Over on the line. That shot went way off mark. And it's back again to Bain. He's over down to Wells, and the offensive foul will not pick up. It will be a blocking foul, and that will be on Denver. And now back in the court is Pippen Jr. checked out, and Morant is checked back in. And now he will dish it over to Morant this time. Watching the time go down. Looking to foul to give. Here's Bain for 3. It's good! Another triple range makes it in for Bain. 10 points in the game. And here comes Westbrook. Rolls it in with a layup. He will make a drive, and this will be down by 30 seconds. Now they have some covering offense to take, and now as Bain is fouled by Jamal Murray. That will be his 4th personal foul. And now Bain is heading to the free throw line.
You know, this has happened already. I mean, just a bit of excitement going on. I mean, he's losing his temper. I mean, are you over the mind? You're like a mind erasing on the reaction.
I mean, I don't even care. I mean, I just definitely see that reaction. I just see it noticing. Jackson Jr. makes a 3-pointer. Well, you're over the line out there.
I know, but they really don't even just try to impale me.
I always get overreacted. I get some great excitements here. That team is my team. And he hits the second. Final timeout for Mike Malone's team, as this will be under 30 seconds. 83 to 77 is the score to put in. And guys, this is definitely one of the biggest. Who do you think of that?
Well, I'm always thinking of this one here. They really are just looking so fantastic.
Now you got to give some team a little bit of credit in there. It's a wild game. You just have to play every day. And now to send over to the studio, I have is Tyler and Wood Spooney. What do you think of how this happened here out there? Wow, they're doing it so well. A lot of back-to-back on the scores. This has been the longest game. No joke. But it looks like this is totally it. I mean, everybody's been doing so well. I mean, they're getting things done. They're looking like they wanted to see if they can win this game. I'm super thrilled to have that with the Memphis Grizzlies. They are doing so well. Keep it in here. And by the time it's done, I'm hoping that there's a great win for that. Well, I think the Grizzlies are going to win this one here. I think there's a big upset with this. So let's hope that there is a win.
I hope they do so. I think the Grizzlies are going to take it over. See what they can do. Back to you.
Alright guys, thank you very much.
I say Grizzlies though, I mean, they definitely win it, they want a revenge back.
One timeout to give for the Grizzlies in under 30 seconds, and they are ready. Brian decided to pass again to Jokic. He's over it, and that one dips it in. Jokic is putting in, and now as he put it up, deep the pass, stolen by Porter Jr. And he's over it on a shot, tries again. Westbrook for three. No good. We'll put it back in. And it looks like this will be the end for Memphis as they will give a foul to give. And it will be Russell Westbrook with 13.4 seconds.
Well, he's a little disappointed now. I mean, he's trying to like get the ball out of his hand, but he just didn't get over it. I mean, he's a little bit disappointed.
Morant's chance. Take the free throw time to take it up. That's one. Next one will come in. And he does it. John Morant, 15 points. Last hope for the Denver Nuggets. And as they put it in, Jamal Murray for the three. And it's over. One foul to give. Bron with his second personal. And now they're 14 foul for Denver. 4.4 seconds left. And now Jaren Jackson Jr.'s turn to take the free throw.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw, but he will have a second chance for this next free throw.
Yeah, I mean, settle down now, Jackson Jr. Just get over this, take some breath, bring it in.
And he hits the second. Last hope for Denver Nuggets. And this will be not it. It's all over. Memphis Grizzlies wins the second OT in 86-81 score. Wildest night here in Memphis, Tennessee as they knock them down.
Well, now you can definitely win it all. Go home, go celebrate, go show some love.
Everybody has one. Science knows count. We win, you win.
And that's about wrap things up, folks. Along with Son of Peace and Ali LaForce in the center court with Touch Tube and Gangsta Beats. This has been a presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you all enjoyed it, and we'll see you all again next time. Good night, everybody. Alright guys, thank you so much. What a wild win. As for now, the Denver Nuggets have been beaten by the Memphis Grizzlies to shut them down in between a Mile High and the Memphis of the Line here in part and outside of the Music City, but it's calling the Grizz City. They are showing off their face. They just really think we want it all. Yes, it is so amazing. I just can't believe, but this one was epic. No joke, but that really was amazing. And as of right now, here's another chance here, and let's have a look at the total statistics. 64% for the three-pointers for Memphis Grizzlies, with 69 of the free throws of the line. Then it was 13 fast break points, with 58 points in the paint, 12 second chance points for Denver Nuggets. And it was 30 bench points here, along with 26 assists for Memphis Grizzlies. And 20 offensive rebounds for Denver Nuggets. He's putting in a great long effort. 25 defensive rebounds for Memphis Grizzlies. Only 10 steals for Denver Nuggets. 6 blocks. That must mean that we've got a nice take on effort. That must have been Zach Edey. Yes, Zach Edey is definitely doing well. I mean, perfect defensive effort. He has been kicking off the dust. He's laying that game out. And he's saying, like, well, I don't play football. I just want to keep continuing my legend. That's what he has done for. Then we have his 3 turnovers for Denver Nuggets with 17 points off, 16 fouls for Memphis Grizzlies, 12 dunks for Denver, and 10 for the biggest lead for the game. Only 19:53 time of possession to give 1 timeout remaining. Wow. What an extension game this is. I cannot believe that this one has turned to be over again. Well, this is one of the biggest night. I mean, we have the best game of the night. Game 9, Grizzlies and Nuggets. We couldn't guess it so. Instead of the ever game here by Heat and Grizzlies, it was nowhere match. They really are just losing their effort, and I just couldn't say no. I mean, this really was out of the way. Just can't lose it all if you can. Now it's time for the 3-star players of the game. I send it over to you, Witspinny. Your take. Alright, thank you very much. Now time for 3-star players of the game. I'm starting off right now for Nikola Jokic. He has 33 points here in the game with 13 rebounds and 3 steals. It's ultimate New Balance player of the game with 15-27 field goal range. We have 33 performance effort and 5 dunks has been performed. I never seen how he does for the Joker, but I'm sure that he's definitely doing this over and over. It's fun, it's a great way to do it, and make the team right. I mean, no quit, just get over it. Now for the 2nd-star player of the game, I've got to give it over to next one, Zach Edey. 4 blocks in the game, and he's been doing it so well. 10 rebounds, along with 8 points and 1 assist, 3 out of 4 field goals, and 11 performance effort. He's doing the best. From Purdue University, he is really knocking it out. And your number 1 star player, well, the all-time hero of the day, rise up. Make some noise because Ja Morant is finishing it off with 15 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 and 11 field goals, and 1 3-pointer with 28 performance on the effort. Just say your name, know who you are, and get right toward him. This was epic. And as for now, this has been a phenomenon. The second OT win goes to Memphis Grizzlies as they walk away with a win, 86-81 in the home. That means you shut them down, you just don't give up. And with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this part of the game, and this has been a presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Stick around next time, we will have Game 10, as we will have the Bucks taking on against the 76ers. And then, the All-Star Game, which was still, we will have the NBA Game of the Night. That will be continuing here very soon. So, keep your eyes on appearances for that. And with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed the game. Peace out for a while as the NBA on 2K Sports Style. This is Tyler Peace on Witspinny. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you all again next time. Adios, everyone. So long. Bye-bye.
If you don't, somebody will.